In the midst of the current geopolitical climate, the topic of vaccinations now frequents popular media and news outlets. This talk of an imminent health requirement has cast doubt into the minds of many, as even the current president is a proponent of anti-vaccination efforts framed by his tweets about the dangers of vaccination. However, many scientists have conducted studies that hold completely contradictory information that invalidate the common fear that vaccines can lead to autism. Due to this concrete evidence, it can be concluded that vaccinations ultimately do not have harmful effects and are beneficial to one's life. Some believe that vaccinations are harmful due to the MMR vaccine damaging the intestinal lining. However, the self-referred cohort in the original investigation did not include control subjects, preventing one from determining whether the occurrence of autism following the administration of the MMR vaccine was causal or coincidental. Second, the MMR vaccine has not been found to cause chronic intestinal inflammation. Some also fear that the trace amounts of mercury in thimerosal-containing vaccinations can lead to autism. However, Stanley Plotkin states that children with mercury poisoning show characteristic motor, speech, sensory, psychiatric, and visual changes that are either fundamentally different from those of or absent in children with autism. Another belief is that the simultaneous administration of vaccines will overwhelm the immune system. However, although the infant immune system is relatively naive, Stanley Plotkin states that even conservative estimates predict the capacity to respond to thousands of vaccines simultaneously. Based on this evidence, it is clear that vaccines harness no causation towards autism and are necessary in order to live long and healthy lives. In addition, the original doctor who proposed that autism was related to vaccines had his license revoked. Ahmed El-Marazi, a cancer researcher, states that vaccinations can prevent cancer. Growing evidence supports the role for infection of acute lymphocytic leukemia, as 14 studies were meta-analyzed to show that vaccines can result in cancer protection. There's a protective association between any vaccination in the first year of life and childhood leukemia. By uncovering additional benefits of the vaccination process to help prevent one of humankind's most malicious rivals, vaccinations are an even greater advantage to society as ever predicted before. Vaccines are also entirely beneficial towards the economies of nations as well, as new data released in Health Affairs shows that in addition to saving lives, vaccines are also an excellent investment in the economic health of communities. Every dollar invested on vaccines returns more than the $16 in economic benefits. This totals to a great amount that can then overall increase the social, economic, and political prowess of the country. Boosted economies will also assist to end the prevalent cycle of poverty concurrent in many developing nations around the world. In a society so ingrained with the moral obligations to help donate to other developing nations, starting off with vaccines is a probable cause.